Y'all ain't finished. Y'all ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar. I am your host, Nick Athan. Alongside me, Mr. Hense Todd with Bowtie Sports. Check out his podcast every Saturday, 1 o'clock Central Time at Bowtie Sports. He and Coach Dre do an amazing job. Talk all things Kansas City sports. Today I'm donning my Kansas City Royals shirt, showing my love and support for the Kansas City sports teams. Today we're going to preview the Chiefs and the Lions. Before we get started, I want to introduce you to a couple sponsors. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a trusted real estate advisor, someone who's going to help you get through the process of either buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than this man. So give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who?
Absolutely. Proud sponsor of Chiefs Who. Another successful trip for Lou on Wednesday, stumping all of us. And if you're looking for success in the health coverage industry, you need to call somebody that I love very much, care about, and knows their stuff. And that's my wife, Emily Athan. You can reach her 913-215-9086. If you're looking for flexible health coverage, whether you're an individual, self-employed, business owner, or part of a family, look no further. Even if you want a free consult, she's happy to help you out. So give her a call today. She can explain all the plans that are available, including access to a nationwide PPO network. So give her a call today at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
He loves
Emily.
Hey, I'm not going to hide it.
Emily.
I'm still working on that. I'm still working on my comment with that Nick and Emily situation.
You need to like get that baritone voice wrapped in there.
I know, right?
Hence,
I know, right?
Are you able to throw the Emily's ad back up there real quick?
Hold on, he said, retry, reverse.
There was a little edit there, Nick.
There was.
We got a new picture.
Yes.
We'd probably be able to zoom in on that. Well, first
off,
off, not complaining, but why the change? And is it a seasonal thing?
No, it's just a little custom. We are Chiefs Blitz, Four Guys in a Bar. So just figured that we would do a little Chiefs-centric photo. That was us at the, I think it was at the game last year. So yeah, no, it's just,
All right.
It kind of flows,
All right, very good.
Red on red.
Hey,
yeah.
going into fall, get the right garb on.
Yep, absolutely. Well, let's talk about the other members of the team. First, Mr. Lou Montagna. Lou, how you doing, buddy? All good. Andre Tillman, Coach Dre, the man who brings it. We missed you on Wednesday. Hope everything went well.
I heard.
Hope everything went well with your son going to college.
Absolutely.
Awesome
Indeed.
time for you. I'm sure very,
Indeed.
very proud. So, gents, it is Friday.
Let's get it.
It is there. Let's see. We have less than 3 weeks to the season opener. It is officially a Red Friday day because the Chiefs host the Lions. We'll get to that here in a minute. But overall, what's that?
Is that somebody new on YouTube? I seen the name.
Yeah, Kathy Welch. I think she's been on before. But hi guys, go Chiefs. So we appreciate Ken is on board. He's always one of the first in Jerome Bunkers that apparently likes my Royals shirt because he said Bobby Jr. had a great July. Yeah, one of the best Julys in Major League Baseball history. I think only second to was it Lou Gehrig? I'm not 100% sure on the facts here, but it was somebody great.
I tell you what, if he played in a bigger market, you'd probably hear a lot more about it.
Yeah, put him in New York or Boston. He'd be runaway MVP.
Why do you think Kansas City doesn't have a big market? Like what's the deal with that, man? You got the Yankees.
Just size.
You
It's numbers. It's not something that's like you can grow, right? I mean, New York, LA, Chicago, those are the 3 biggest TV markets maybe in the world. I don't know. I'm sure there's other cities around the world that are bigger, but in the United States, that's where you get your ratings primarily. So that's why you see those teams on TV.
I say that because Patrick Mahomes, he here and he's doing great things, and like he's
he's the unicorn right now. Bobby Witt, maybe, hey, if they win a championship, then all of a sudden everybody will know who Bobby Witt Jr. is.
Oh, okay, so championships brings money.
Playoffs, yeah, just the more exposure because those games are all on TV where you don't see many Royals games on national television.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. The biggest problem that the Royals face is what Lou said. They're not on the national scale. They're not one of the teams, even though everybody, I think, generally believes they have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs. And right now they're leading the wild card round by 2.5 or 3 games. So I think they have a very, very good chance. I don't think they can catch the Guardians to win the division. I doubt they're going to be able to catch the Twins, who have their number this year. But the problem is, the lawsuit with the local television deal with the Royals is still in court. They're only on a couple of cable systems. There's no option if you're within the quote unquote blackout area, as I am, to be able to watch games on MLB.com. So they're just not getting a lot of eyeballs. And the Royals have completely dropped the ball on this. It's bad marketing. They should strike a deal if they can. And Major League Baseball should get involved for the last month of the season to offer free access, because the court thing is not going to be done. Reportedly, the games are going to be available on Amazon. That hasn't happened, even though they bought a stake in the company that's trying to get this out of the bankruptcy court. So bottom line is, without television exposure and exposure within a 200-mile radius of Kansas City where more people can be involved in watching the games, that's a great story. And, watch them on Apple TV twice a year, TBS maybe once or twice. And that's it. So it's unfortunate.
Go to the ballpark, gents.
And then that's it. Go to the ballpark but that's the whole point. If you want to market the team, their attendance is really low,
absolutely.
Because not enough people are watching the broadcast to see the excitement that want to go to the stadium.
Most of the money that these teams make are in their local cable deals. Yep. I mean, it's historic with the Yes Network in New York. I don't know what the one is in LA, but they're making like multi-millions of dollars just on those deals alone.
So y'all tell me, if Mahomes would have played for the New York Giants, he'll be an even bigger star.
I think he's the star of the league right now. So he could be anywhere. And the NFL is different because, it's just revenue sharing across the board. There's no, in local markets, you get the local games, but you see all the guys, right? I mean, any kid in the United States gets to see Patrick Mahomes play pretty regularly, right? So he kind of supersedes that. And the NFL's model is second to none. The scarcity of games, the fact that they market their stars a little bit better than Major League Baseball. I don't think I'm out on a limb too much on this, but but anyway, Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, he and Patrick, I mean, they so much in common. I mean, they both had dads that pitched in the major leagues. And Bobby's dad was a starting pitcher. I mean, Patrick's dad, more of a relief pitcher, but they share a lot in common. Obviously, Patrick played the game as well, not quite to the level of Bobby Witt Jr., but I don't think Bobby Witt Jr. played football to the level that Patrick has. So pretty cool that those guys are in Kansas City. I think we talked a little bit about that earlier in the spring. We did. With some other guys, my close dear to my heart. I mentioned Gunnar Henderson and Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. I mean, that's another one. Gunnar Henderson is quietly having a sensational year, but he plays for the Baltimore Orioles, which of course they're a first place team or close to first place team, but they're the same division as the Yankees. We have a question. We have
a question for Lou. Kareem said, "Who does Lou
the Baltimore Orioles?" Yes,
Baltimore Orioles. Talk to me, Lou. Why do you root for the Baltimore Orioles?
Why?
Same reason I root for the Chiefs. Same reason I root for the Lakers. Same reason
Is
I
it
root
is it is it
for
an
the New York
underdog feel?
Rangers.
Is it an underdog feel, or you
No,
just
I picked those teams when I was 8 and 9 years old, and
wow.
haven't
Wow, that's
wavered
some good
off
history.
any of them.
Good
Didn't
history.
want to go with any of the local teams because I said I'm equal distance from Cleveland, Buffalo,
Okay.
and Pittsburgh. And Cleveland and Pittsburgh have teams in multiple leagues. Buffalo used to have a basketball team. I mean, for those of you older folks,
Yes.
the San Diego Clippers actually came from Buffalo. They were the
Yeah.
Buffalo Braves.
Ernie
And
D. Gregorio, one
Ernie
of my
D.
favorite basketball players of all time.
Ernie D, Bob McAdoo, Randy Smith. I mean, they had some players, but again, it was Buffalo, and the NBA wasn't that popular then. But my first NBA game was up there to see them play against Portland, and of course, Bill Walton was hurt, so
Let me ask you a question.
he didn't play.
How was the Kansas City Kings back in the day? I seen how they wouldn't when they went against Michael Jordan and the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how was the Kansas City Kings?
Were they still in Kansas City when Jordan was in the league?
Yeah, Jordan.
They were in Kansas City.
Until what year?
I want to say 86, 87. Long, crazy story about all that. But the Kings were, they came over from Cincinnati. They were Cincinnati Royals. They had Oscar Robertson at the time, they were a good team. Bob Cousy was the coach. Actually, I got to find it here. I got an autograph from Bob.
Okay.
When I was a kid. My dad was a gold coder, sold season tickets, was good friends with Bob and Phil Johnson, who became the coach later. But the Kings were a good basketball team. I mean, they had, Sam Lacey was a terrific center.
Yeah.
Phil Ford was on the team.
Nate Archibald.
Nate Tiny Archibald was one of my favorite.
He was the only guy, I think, in league history to lead the league in scoring and assists in the same season.
Yeah, he was. And he was a unique dude. He had to be picked up and taken home after every game because he liked to sleep. And he'd get out of bed, go to Kemper Arena, and go play. I mean, the Kings were great in the early stages. I got to see Jerry West play.
West play. What was your thoughts? When
Jerry West,
live,
even at his age, by that time he was in his late 30s, I think. But man, that guy could just stroke the ball. It didn't matter. You go against the Lakers.
There's nothing
give
wrong
Jerry
with
West the ball.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
You win. You win.
Yeah.
And as Kenny said, Birdsong and Scotty Wedman. They had a lot of really good players, and Cotton Fitzsimmons came in, and he got him to the Western Conference Finals. I think after they upset Portland in 3 games, Phoenix in 7 games, they played Houston and Moses Malone, and I think they lost 4-2. They were just completely outmatched in that series. Maybe they win that and they get to the NBA Finals, and maybe they somehow win. Maybe the Kings are still part of the Kansas City Foundation, but the Kings had horrible ownership. They were run by a guy who had every intention of just making sure that he got top dollar to get his money back. And they had a group of 10 separate owners, and it was just a cluster. But
a lot of movement in the league.
Right? Yeah, a lot of movement back then. You're right. But, it was cool. I mean, I was spoiled. I had front row seats center court. So I got to see, the debut of Michael Jordan. And even as a rookie, he was just absolutely incredible. Yeah. Not like anything I'd ever seen before.
Look, hey, Nick, you ain't lying. I did some research on Jordan when his 84 rookie year. He was different, man. He came into the league, little Dr. J. He had little Dr. J in him, but then it was all Jordan. Yeah. Like him hanging in the air, the shot selections, man, him above the rim. You never seen nothing like that when Jordan put all that
together. And, his rookie year, you just – we hadn't seen anything like that, but you're just in absolute awe of just watching this incredible talent. Yeah. And I think the Kings, I can't tell, I don't know how many times they played the Bulls that season, but he just was so different. And everybody was even the Kings fans were cheering when he scored points. That's how quickly he established himself as a great player. And he had some struggles, obviously, his rookie year, but he was something to watch. And
the league was different. I think a lot of the Orlando Woolridge, Quentin Daly. I mean, they had a lot of guys that probably like to party a little bit on the road, and I think he alluded a lot to that during The Last Dance. But coming off that, I mean, this obviously was an Olympic year. We talk about like the Olympic bump. His 84 Olympics, it was just kind of like this revelation because you had Bobby Knight coaching the team. And like the biggest story that summer was that Charles Barkley got cut from the team.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow,
I mean, it
really?
was like, oh my God, how can he not have Charles Barkley? But they had like this little white dude from Gonzaga, John Stockton, made the team. Well, nobody knew who the hell John Stockton was at that point. But Jordan played to the level where you typically wouldn't hear Bobby Knight gush about players.
Never.
But the way he talked about Michael Jordan, I mean, he said, I don't know that basketball can be played any better than he did in this one particular half where he had like 20 points, assists, defended everything. He was just like the perfect player for Bobby Knight. And it was, so coming off of that, it was like, oh my God.
Jordan came out there and just showed.
And I would imagine,
it was,
could you imagine being the Portland Trailblazers like front office watching those Olympics after you had just selected Sam Bowie in the draft about a month, a couple months before that, saying, maybe we would have figured out him and Clyde Drexler together. Maybe.
That was crazy though. But Jordan was just, it was him. Jordan went to the Chicago Bulls, man, and changed that whole organization, man.
Yeah. Hey, there's this football team in the Midwest that's, they've won like, I don't know, 3 out of 4 Super Bowl. I mean, it's crazy, but they call them the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. You guys, we should probably talk a little bit about them today.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry for the detour, guys.
I'm just thinking maybe we talk a little bit about there. They're getting ready for maybe winning the Super Bowl 3 times in a row.
Imagine that.
That's crazy.
Is that possible?
That's a Michael Jordan thing.
It's never been done.
I like that, Nick. It's the aura.
It's never been done.
Hey, what's crazy though, Luke? Patrick Mahomes probably got this. It's a light skinned guy.
Before we get into that, we got a little more to talk about.
Oh my goodness! Stop the presses,
baby. It's going to be a little bit Brendan coming soon. He said he wants to let it be known that you got to be looking out, you young folks of the Chiefs Kingdom and also your older folks. It's going to be a little switch up around the Chiefs Blitz and 4 guys in the bar. And little new Brendan going to be coming pretty soon. So keep your eyes a lookout for us. So if you've seen it,
your eyes
peeled. Glasses shrinking.
Keep them peeled.
The hourglass is shrinking. The season is starting in 20 days. And Nick's seen everything. So Nick, I think he gave his approval on it. But Nick's seen it. So what you think? Is it going to be a touch of a new feel where everybody's going to love?
I think it's going to be a new feel. We got definitely some things coming to kind of spice things up a little bit and to make sure that we are going after all the Chiefs fans, all ages, and so we're excited about that.
All ages and all nations.
Coming soon to Chiefs Blitz and
as young as 3 years old. Come on in, jump in, baby.
Sesame Street ain't got nothing on what we about to produce.
We are here for you.
Tell Nightcap, and Nightcap.
Oh, Nightcap, come on. That's for the elite. They're for the nice and centrals, man. Guys want to sit back, have a good drink.
Your kids watch it after the Nightcap.
You sure? I mean, are we talking dark sports? It might be a little. We talking about Brazil? We talking about Brazil volleyball? What we talking about here, man? Oh, that's on the Nightcap, man, with you guys, man. It's on the Nightcap, man.
I think Brazil, when the zigging and zagging, I think Brazil kind of zagged this year on the beach volleyball outfits because it seemed like every other country was really embracing the wedgie style pants. Where Brazil, all of a sudden, they were wearing basketball. They were wearing like basketball shorts.
Threw everything off.
I mean, every match.
Crazy.
I think that the camera angles were much lower than in other sports.
Yeah,
right? And it was like, wow.
Maybe
and
it was the camera
I
angle.
can't wait to see what these girls from Brazil are wearing.
I can't wait for them to show out because they're
wearing like basketball shorts,
I'm trying to tell you, that's crazy.
Whatever floats your boat.
The grannies doesn't exist when it comes to elite sports. Okay, you got to be loose and fit.
So that's just a little taste of the dark sports.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, it's a little taste for the nightcap now. We try to keep it Sesame Street today.
Yep. Chiefs Blitz after dark. Let's go.
Right. Let's get it. Brought to you by Lou. Brought to you by the great voice of Lou and the mind of the boy coach.
I have takes. Just give
me
tee it up. Keep teeing it up for me, man. And I'll
Lou. All of this, Lou, it comes with this right here. When you got this on a Nike, you had to watch the show with a nice you know what? You're right.
Mushroom coffee.
Yeah, you call it mushroom coffee. Hey, but nightcap, who knows in my cup? Who knows?
Who knows,
man? Who knows?
Ruben, the definitive voice. Easy on my Brazilian ladies.
Hey,
all right, we gotta
Ruben,
respect that.
We just saying because they are nice. They are
very
athletic.
zagged when everybody was zigging. I respect that.
Athletic, man.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts, Bo? What's your thoughts on volleyball, sir? Real quick, this is your quick take on volleyball.
Beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball.
Because it took to the track as well. I mean, if you know,
I'm just saying, that's how I noticed my wife when she used to play volleyball. You know what I mean? That's how I noticed.
Hold on, press the button. What'd you say?
She embraced the wedgie.
She don't embrace the wedgie. She just, she was, back in high school.
So is that where it started? It all started from sports too, huh? It all started from sports.
I don't know if the high school would appreciate the uniform.
Dre knows my wife. She's
very athletic. Very athletic. Erica is a wonderful individual. She's very athletic. Hey, she keeps him in check. I'll tell you that much. That's all. If your woman can keep you in place, she's a good woman. Hello.
She got medals for basketball, track.
She dope.
She got all of them. So
she's dope. Yeah.
But again, man, my takes on beach volleyball, I think it's it's a great sport.
Remember, keep it PG. We doing.
It's a great sport. You got to, as a camera person, you got to keep the camera, above
the waist.
Above the waist.
Above the rim. Above the rim.
The director ain't gonna show your shot at all. Then you'd be like, hey, I thought I got some good shots there, and he's like, nah, you were way too high, Hense. You were way too high.
Hey, I'm telling you, Nightcap is gonna be awesome, guys. Tune in to Nightcap, man.
And speaking of Nightcap, it was a little Nightcap that went and it turned into Morning Cap as we going stirring into the Chiefs. We had a little mat competition that happened yesterday. And, this is not the mat cover, but it should be the UK mat cover of, your boy, what's his name on there? But Dre, tell him what happened yesterday. Tell him what happened on the game yesterday. What you figured out about Worthy, sir?
Are we speaking? Okay, let me go into detail real quick. Guys.
Give us the backstory here.
I want y'all to hear me out, right? So me and Bo battle. It's battle of the rookies and whatnot. Hey, Worthy lived to expectations. Man, he got good speed, kind of got the Tyreek Hill speed, and with Mahomes and that arm, it's amazing. He takes the top off of any defense if you know how to play with him. If you know what you're doing with him. Absolutely. And then I was talking about my guy T-Cuffs, man. I'm a big T-Cuffs guy. And T-Cuffs really didn't shut nothing down yesterday because Marvin Harrison to me is the elite, is the best receiver. But as you can see right here, as you can see right here with Worthy stats, man, he does that. Like his speed over the top is amazing. When you got Mahomes throwing the ball, it's amazing. It really is amazing. But as far as the all-round receiver goes, it's Marvin Harrison. But again, Worthy is him, man. So shout out. If they could be on the same page, guys, if they could be on the same page like that, Chiefs would be dangerous. Chiefs would be one of the best.
You just tuning in, these guys are breaking down a virtual reality only on TV version of those guys. So just to
just see what you get. Let's keep it real here.
Hold on, Lou. Let me break this down a little real quick because my guy both out here like to show certain stats. Now you see the target was 2 targets. Now let me show my foot is a 381 yards.
Look at Zay Jones. Zay Jones
381 yards, man.
But it's one guy.
Zay Jones did kill Williams though, didn't he? Hello. So I'm gonna say it like this. Madden is a good game though. It's a good game.
It's one guy that Dre gave a lot of hell on this show. Name goes by the name of Joshua Williams, and Joshua Williams played good. He locked the people down.
No, he don't. Stop it. You went against my 4th string wide receiver, guys. Come on now, Lou. You know that. We don't glaze nobody until you take out a number 1. Hello. But again, Madden is a good game.
But again, guys, the final score is 13 to 60.
So if y'all look at the score, guys, this is like a preseason game for me. This is a preseason game, guys. I was throwing my rookies out there to see what they was going to do. Wasn't nothing big preseason game. The real season starts when I get the game. Okay. So that's all it was, guys. But shout out to Worthy though. Yeah, shout out to Worthy.
Shout out to Worthy. That's all I wanted.
We're talking about practice.
We're talking
virtual reality.
Yes, we're talking EA Sports, sir.
Yeah.
But again, sponsor us, please.
Yes, for those of you at EA Sports, if you're looking for this type of show, it ain't gonna get any better than this.
The show ain't. Sponsor us, man. Be right here, man. Marvin said out in his last game in college. Just point. Hey, hold on, St. Clair. No, he did it because he knew what was going on. Marvin didn't have to.
No. He cowered up.
Hey, what you mean?
He cowered up.
Marvin said, "Let me sit back." All right,
you play in your bowl game. It's just a complete disrespect to all the boosters who paid all that money for him to play at Ohio State, and then he cops out. No, I don't believe in that. I'm sorry.
I get it. But from perspective of me drafting this guy, I want my guy at full go. I want him healthier. I want him solid. Man,
the landscape.
That's irrelevant to me. You go to college, you get free room and board. These guys are getting paid millions of dollars as he did.
That's right.
And the bowl game is for the boosters. It's for the fans. You go out there and you do what you're supposed to do, and that's to honor all those guys.
Well, let's be 100 here. If it's not a playoff game, Marvin's not the first, nor is he the only one that does.
You talking about? Wait.
This all started
in general. You talking about in general? You feel like don't let down the fans, right?
This started with Christian McCaffrey doing it a few years ago.
Yeah, Stanford was playing in the Sun Bowl or something like that.
It was not a great bowl, but nonetheless, I'm disrespecting. I don't like college athletes that do that. I get they don't want to get hurt.
And he was giving the younger guys behind him a chance to get more reps before spring football. His legacy was
you can spin it any way you want to.
Okay,
that makes sense too.
Okay, Nick, I get you. You want to play? Come on, don't let the fans down.
You're getting paid to play college,
going to the league, man.
You're getting paid.
I gotta be healthy.
You're getting paid to play college football. You should participate if you're healthy in every college football game, especially a bowl game, even if there's nothing on the line, because that is a way for your fans to say goodbye.
Here's where this is going to go, right? It's going to come down to if they have like a college football czar or Sankey takes over like everybody wants him to, just have same rules for everybody, is they almost would have to do contracts with the players. And if you're under contract and you're getting the NIL money, wherever the money's coming from, then if you're healthy, you play. Otherwise, it's just the choice. And if you're getting ready to get that big contract in the NFL, or you're getting ready to, as he said, get ready to play football in training camp, then hey, he went a different way. And I understand your point.
Even if he tore his ACL, he's still the 4th overall pick.
From a fan perspective, but you don't want to tear your ACL.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't. But he already been proven in college. So he ain't got to show no more. But
the precedent was set. No one's really saying boo about it, except for maybe some fans that wanted to see him play one last time. But I think that number is a lot smaller than you think.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I agree. I don't like it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
all.
yeah.
there's
I get
nothing
it.
wrong with your opinion. There's nothing wrong with the Nick, but mine's
Hey, if
like
you-
I'm already
especially if
ready.
you're
I'm already ready to go.
especially if
Like,
you're ponying up the cash.
yeah. So, Bo, let me ask you this, Bo. What's your thoughts on that? Would you have played your last game, or would you? Hey, I'm getting ready for the pros. I did my part. What is your take on that, Mr. Bowtie?
I'm not playing my last game to risk no injury or nothing like that. So I'm getting ready. Yeah. I'm getting ready for the pros. I'm sorry.
I already did showed it. I did my thing. Why play the last bowl?
My stats are what they are, but I do disagree with him not performing at the combine.
Right.
You know,
That's a different topic.
That's a different topic. But again, speaking of a topic, we got a game that's coming up this Saturday. You know what I mean? You're going to see the Lions and the Chiefs
rematch from week one.
From week one. Andy Reid said the starters are going to play into the third quarter. So if they score a touchdown on first drive, I don't think you're going to see Mahomes.
Nah, I think you will.
I don't think, but if you Worthy, if you've seen that Madden stat, you see Worthy.
But crazy. Worthy too small to start. We're not gonna start Worthy. No, we're not gonna start him too small. Let the big guys go in there.
I'm a neophyte when it comes to this.
That boy weigh
115 these games. Can you get hurt in Madden?
You can.
You can.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get hurt.
If somebody on the show don't turn off injuries, we're gonna play arcade style. Honestly though, I want to see Justin Ross for real get his targets. I want Nico and Justin Ross. It's about those two. I ain't worried about none of that stuff because even if Tony was to play and play well, I'm not honestly, guys. I know I'm not sold on Tony at all. I'm really not sold on Tony. I don't care about Tony. The thing is, I want to see Justin Ross and Nico go out there and pull in the show. That's I don't care who's quarterback. Wentz been playing good. Wentz play solid too. Let Wentz go out there do it. We already know what the stars can do. Let's see these two young men go out there and get busy. That's what I want to see. Let these two young men go out there and show off and get busy. Let them have it. Let them have that, man. Because if we have to know. We got to know.
So this is like the final time you're going to see the starters play.
Probably.
Probably see them play because I don't think they're going to play the third preseason game because you got a lot of cut downs. It's the final cut down is going to be after this game or the last preseason game. I one of the two. But
they switched the one cut down and it's all done at after all the games have been played.
Yeah, so it's gonna be one cut down. So looking at this preseason game, I want to see Tony got to get out here and improve because it's one guy.
Who you say?
I said Tony. I said he got to get out here. Kadarius Tony. I feel like he got to come out here.
Took a picture with him, guys. He's on that biscuit, man. Come on, we can't.
I'm trying to get my take.
Okay, you're right. Let me back off the mic.
I just said, Kadarius Tony Kadarius Tony got to come out here and prove it because these young guys have been stepping it up in training camp. You got Worthy that's been looking good. You got Rasheed Rice. Continue to add on to his amazing season from last season.
I agree.
Then you got Nico coming out of nowhere. Then you got Justin Ross's Mauston people in all practice. So you got these guys. I'm looking for the Tony, and I want to see my boy Jaden Hicks. I'm getting that jersey pretty soon. I'll get that jersey pretty soon. I want to see him go out here and light the stick. The stick down, put some people on the ground, cause some fumbles. The Lions. I'm just saying, I'm ready for the guy to get it done.
Time out. He said Miko. I don't understand. What do you mean come out of nowhere? Where?
They did come out of nowhere.
Where?
He did.
Man, stop the nonsense, man. We want to see the real guys go out there and ball. But good take, though. Good take. I do want to see that. Tony. I guess that's your guy. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe he can be a special. I want to see Tony on special teams. How about that? I will give him special teams then. Go out there, man, and go in. I want you to work the special teams, man. You know what I'm saying? Good kickoff. I get that. You be that, Tony. You be there. It's somewhere on. It's somewhere in the field for you.
He has returned kicks before. I don't know if they're gonna have.
That.
I don't think they're gonna have him like as a gunner in punt coverage or going down on kickoff. Well, you really don't go down on kickoffs anymore, right? You're already there. So a lot of the same things that I had for last game. You just want to see the young guys, the left tackle. Watch his progression. You want to see some of the young corners outside of I don't think Jalen Watson is playing. So, outside of Joshua, some of the other young corners, hopefully a Najee Johnson can come in and, show that he's over his injury. From the receiver position, we've kind of beat this to death. And I think I get a huge kick out of the Chiefs Twitter and everything about the wide receivers, and people have their favorites. And Tony is like the whipping boy of all whipping boys. I really don't get it. I see he dropped a couple of passes.
Big passes.
He had a rough year. He's been beat up a little bit. And it's kind of what he was when they traded for him. So I don't think they're really surprised by a lot of this. But let's see, if he is deemed healthy and he goes out there and he plays well. I think again it's not a done deal that he is not on this 53-man roster. I really don't believe that. I don't believe that Nico is a done deal on the 53 at this point. Everybody's up in arms about, oh my God, he's been having this great camp and everything else.
You don't see the talent?
He's a roster lock. He's a roster lock.
What you mean you don't see it? What are we talking about, Lou? What are we talking about? I see it. You don't see it?
I'm not there on him being 100% lock on the roster. I'm just not there.
You think Tony over Nico? You think Tony over Nico?
I'm saying. Well, I just said a bunch of stuff about Kadarius before that. So
were you listening?
So I'm not necessarily saying this guy over that guy. I'm just saying that I haven't seen enough from him in games.
I haven't seen enough from Tony. He's
100% locked. Well, we've seen Kadarius. We have seen Kadarius perform in NFL football games and in playoffs and in a Super Bowl. We have not seen anything from Nico in a regular season game. Now that's not to say he can't do it, but I'm not at a point where he's on the team no matter what.
Keep his butt on special team.
Same thing with Sky. I think Sky still has an excellent chance to make this team. Justin Ross is, he came in as like his ability and where he was as a prospect coming out of high school, coming out of Clemson is head and shoulders above anywhere Nico's ever been. So you have to take that into consideration as far as potential and what you see. But just the fact that he's caught a bunch of passes in practice doesn't lead me to like, oh my God, we have to have this guy on the team.
Why not? So you tell me Tony over Ross? Guys, we gotta stop giving this dude leeway. Tony
is this thing on?
Listen though.
I was pretty clear.
Listen, no.
I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
Listen. Tony doesn't do nothing. Tony doesn't have effort. His work ethic sucks.
Okay, you asked me if I've been watching. Have you seen Kadarius play?
Yes, I've seen him play.
Okay, so you've seen him make plays in NFL games.
He wasn't outplaying Nico, though.
Okay.
He wasn't outplaying Nico.
It isn't a one-on-one thing.
Let me interfere.
A second ago you said you were sitting back, Nick. So we thought you were.
Why are you gonna say? Let me interfere.
I'm gonna sit back, but wait a second. Hold on.
No. I want to interject something. You guys can keep dancing how you want to.
Yeah, please bring it.
This boils down to facts with Lou is this: Kadarius Toney has done it in the NFL. No question. He's done some good things and he's done some bad things. Nico Remigio has not done it yet in a live NFL game in the regular season. There's something to be said for what Lou is saying. I don't think Tony's going to make the team. That's just me. I think Nico, for his potential as the number 5 or 6 receiver, is going to make the team. because I think the Chiefs are going to keep him, particularly because of the injury to Hollywood Brown. So I think he makes it. I think Ross also makes it.
And
I think Tony is the odd man out.
I respect everybody's take in terms of he has the ability to make the team, but to sit here and say before the second preseason game that he is a lock when all these guys are kind of in a bunch, in my mind, it's just hard to go there at this point.
What you mean? It's not hard for me. I see the production.
Well, that's your opinion.
Everybody got potential.
You keep talking about production. We're talking about practice.
Production and practice. You got to earn your spot, right? You got to earn your spot, right? You got to earn your spot.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. And Nico
and that
earned
is
his spot.
great.
He's earning his spot.
He has done a very good job. Okay. During camp, and there's no question about that.
Right.
He made a few catches during the course of the game. I like him. I think he has a great shot. All I'm saying is I'm not 100%. He is a lock. Everybody else, he's up there with, say, Worthy and Rice and Hollywood. Those three are a lock for sure. I can't put Nico in that group now when all these guys are kind of bunched together.
So that's why we have training camp. That's why we have practice and preseason, because we're gonna change your perspective real soon, Lou. Trust.
Let's get to the fans.
We'll see.
Nico, I want your jersey.
Okay, hold on. Let's get to the fans. Ken St. Clair, Ross, Nico, Hardman, Watson, Worthy, and Rice are Kenny's prediction. John Harrison, I trade Tony to free up the $2.5 million in cap space, even if they roll it next year, even if it's swapping a 7 or a 7 for a 6, and then of course Sky Moore's probably done as well. So that's the pulse from the fan base.
All I'm saying is
Ken's is a question mark. So he's saying Sky Moore is probably done, question mark. So I don't know that he is. I really don't believe.
Sky Moore been playing good too, though. I ain't gonna lie. He's been playing good. He's been playing consistent too.
But this game is gonna come. Like I said, I'm rooting for Kadarius Toney. I feel like I said, if he puts it all together, he's probably the best receiver on this team.
Here we go,
hands down.
Yep. I think he's in the top 3.
Big glaze.
But that's a tall ask.
Glaze. All y'all glaze on this dude. I don't understand that. He can't in the big moments. He don't show up in the big moments. What are we talking about?
Okay, well, he didn't show up in the big moments last year.
I just wanted to remind you, on your list of the receivers that were making the team, you had Kadarius Toney.
I was rushing, Lou. That was my fault. I was rushing because I
include yourself in that glaze hose.
I try to separate myself, but it was too late. It's too late. I tried to separate myself, but it was too late.
You guys, I swear.
Lou, he stood there and said, "Now," then he pointed at the camera and said, "Where's my jersey at?"
I said, Nico, hey, for real.
We've got receipts, Coach.
Okay,
we've got receipts.
But again, all these that let you. This is a good problem to have. You know,
it is.
Yeah, the Chiefs have a great problem on their hands.
Yeah, awesome.
Great problem to have. I understand what Lou is saying. Right, this is practice, and we've seen guys, and we see the media team do this to Justin Ralston. Then we didn't see him all season. We had people was down, hurt, people dropping balls. We was like, throw in Ross, for the love of God, put in Ross.
Y'all know I snapped. Y'all know I snapped, man. I snapped, bro. I said, I don't get it.
Yeah, and he gets suspended for 6 games. So there you go.
But we all know that each of these guys, no matter how much we want to elevate them, have some deficiencies. And that's what I'm saying is that we can't look at this guy and say like I don't want to say a perfect candidate to make the team, but we can see the potential. We see all the pieces, are in order. Yeah. Everybody, every one of them, you can pick a little bit out. I mean, Nico's not the biggest guy in the world, so is that going to?
He got the biggest heart, though. He got the biggest heart.
His ability. I'm just saying that's a question that you have to ask when you're looking at building the team.
Right. So we see when it comes to Tony, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand Tony because he can't produce in practice. I don't know. I'm not some of the young man until I see him catch a ball consistently. I don't like it.
Okay, I'll just
you guys have made your point.
Channel my inner AI
Don't you do
practice.
Don't you
talking
do
about practice, coach?
We
Not
are
a game.
talking about. You're right.
Not
right.
a game.
Ruben said. Nigo is a football player. That's right, Ruben. He's an all-around football player. He's a
absolutely dog. We love him. I'm just saying he's not 100% locked to make the team.
We'll see.
One thing is one thing is locked to make the team, and that is our sponsors. Our sponsors are locked.
Yes, sir. Let's bring it.
So let's
Talk about it.
Go ahead, Nick.
All right, first up, we're going to talk about my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a trusted real estate advisor, someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City area, he is your man. Even if you're listening or watching the Chiefs Blitz podcast outside the Kansas City metropolitan area, he has access to a lot of realtors nationwide, and he can do all the legwork for you, find a specialist in your area to make sure that you're covered. So if you're looking for that person who's going to guide you through the entire process, give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785.
Proud sponsor of Chief. Ooh.
That is correct. Another proud sponsor is my wife, Emily Athan. If you are looking for flexible health coverage, you're looking for an individual, self-employed, small business company, or family, if you're looking for a health coverage option, she's the person to call. So give her a call at 913-215-9086, and she'll put together a custom quote for you and or your family today.
Emily.
Nick loves Emily. Nick loves Emily. Nick, hey, put some bass in your voices, guys. You gotta let it ring. Let the glasses fall. Come on, Nick.
Maybe we need to produce that post song for the ad or something.
No, let's put that together. Mango, put that together. Nick loves Emily. We're gonna put that together.
Slow.
But we would do one thing we do love is fact or cap.
Strike up the band, Hensley. You know what time it is, gang. Fact or cap, arguably the greatest graphic on YouTube TV. Or YouTube, what do we call this? The YouTube channel, whatever. You know what you're looking at.
Hey, whatever it is.
So this is the
man.
time on Fridays that we get together, and I'll throw a bunch of scenarios out there, give a statement. I'm not asking you to lean one way or the other, or I'm not leaning either way. I just want to give you something to talk about. So here we go. We're coming off the Olympics. We just talked about it with Jordan and the Olympic bump, Stewie and the Olympic bump for the New York Liberty. That's Breonna Stewart for the uninitiated. But, of course, our best friend in Miami, Tyreek Hill, shows up on the Kay Adams show. And he definitively states that he would beat Olympic 100-meter champion Noah Lyles. Now, Noah Lyles isn't one to kind of step back from the mic. I mean, he will speak his mind. And earlier this year, he had said something like, the Super Bowl champs really can't be considered world champs, right? They only beat teams from the United States. So there's a little bit of a couple of guys talking. But here's the statement. In this 100-meter dash, Tyreek might hang for about 50 meters, but at the end of the day, Lyle smokes him at the end. Fact or cap?
Wow, that's a good one.
I would say that's cap. I think Tyreek Hill will smoke him. I think Tyreek Hill will put the. I don't think because you just run track, you just come fast. It's guys that's out there that can just take off their shoes and run with no shoes on and still go out here and put up good numbers. So I feel like Tyreek Hill will back
dedicate
it up.
their lives to one moment in time to do it.
Right. Yeah. So I think Tyreek Hill will back it up.
Show up in bare feet and say, "Yeah, can I get in here? I got next." Come on, Nick.
I'm gonna say fact. I think he can hang with him, but I don't think he can finish him.
You know what?
Coach.
I agree. I agree with that one. I definitely agree, man. Because like Tyreek Hill is good, but this guy trains all year round to do this, man. And Tyreek Hill has the speed to keep up for a little bit, but I'm about to go with the guy from USA, man.
I know coach is all about the stats and numbers.
Man.
I think they said Tyreek in his heyday, this was like 2012. I don't know if he's still in high school, but his best 100 meters was like 10 point.
Aaron Lee said fact.
10.1 or 10.15. I think Noah ran 9.79 in the Olympics.
Yeah, man. He'll hang for a little bit.
God bless Tyreek. He's got the burst. I mean, maybe if he trained for years at just that one thing, maybe he could. I wouldn't put anything past Tyreek, but I think at the end of the day, that's fact. Yeah. All right, let's go to this is we were talking about cut down day, and there's several veterans out there that might be borderline cuts or trade possibilities. I'm going to read off a list of guys that potentially could get cut. The fact would be if you believe the Chiefs should have an interest. The cap would be that the Chiefs just say, no thanks. Okay?
Got it.
First one, corner from Philadelphia, James Bradbury may be on the fence.
I say no entrance, so I say cap.
All right, Nick.
Cap for me, no question.
Coach.
Cap.
Wow, he looked very pensive before that. He gave it some thought. Yeah, he's a little bit older. I don't know that the Chiefs are going that way in terms of how they're building their team. So this controversial wide receiver group, could Aaron Rodgers' buddy Alan Lazard be on thin ice with the Jets?
Go ahead,
Hense.
I'll say fact. He could be on, because there's a lot of guys that's playing well.
Would the Chiefs be interested? So that would be the fact. Not interested.
Yes, I think yes, they would be interested in him. Even though that you got this, if he get released,
his whole mood changed.
I say the Kansas City Chiefs will be all over it.
All right, let's go, Nick.
I'm gonna say Cap. I don't think that's the guy.
Ooh,
Coach.
I'm gonna say I like him.
Give it to us, Coach.
I'm gonna give it to you strong and easy, man. I'm gonna say this.
Bring it.
I'm gonna say I like this guy. I'm gonna say fact. I like this guy. He's a big guy that, you know what I'm saying, he can move the chains. I like him. I do like him. So I'm gonna go with fact.
I'm going cap here as well. Same reasoning as the corner. They're not going old at wide receiver, and I don't know that he really helps this team in any way. All right, this is an interesting one. It might be juicy. All right. Miles Sanders, running back from Carolina. Hense.
I would say yes. I see Miles Sanders play. I feel like the Chiefs will be into it because you got Isaiah Pacheco, and then you have Kenny Stills is coming around, but again, a veteran like him. So yeah, I'll say yes. Bring him in and see what you can bring into the backfield.
Fact, absolutely. I think the Chiefs right now don't have a clear-cut number 2 running back, so I'd say fact.
Usually I don't ride the wave, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with
oh wow.
I'm gonna go with fact, because he is like that's good depth. Ain't no good depth, so they can rearrange how they want to do it. But he will be a good piece for that backfield. So
I am on this all the way. Booby Sanders, he's still young. Still got a ton of tread on the tire. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. It always seems like, even when he was at the Eagles, it just seemed like he would have like a great game and then not so much. So not very consistent. But like you said, Nick, the Chiefs don't have a ton of depth at the position. We're hoping Carson Steele, raises his game.
I think he will.
So, and he might, but Miles Sanders is a different cat. I mean, this would be kind of your Brian Westbrook type dude. I think he's got that kind of skill level.
It's a lot of cap on here. Barely
right,
cap.
Next
Cap. Wow.
Next one. Let's go. Offensive line. There's a tackle. Jack Conklin, perhaps. It might be on that cut or trade ability, their trade availability. Hence,
I would say that would be a cap. The Kansas City Chiefs won't be interested because they got Kingsley. They got a lot of young guys stepping up. On the field. So I would say no. If you get him on a veteran deal or a cheap deal or something like that, then cool. Yeah.
I'd make a run for him if it's the right amount of money. So I'm going to say fact.
Coach.
I'm gonna go agree with bow tie on this one, man. I go Cap.
Yeah, I think I have an age bias here. You know, the injuries that he's had. Great player. In a pinch, if you got like several games in the season and for some reason Kingsley wasn't getting it done and they didn't have enough confidence in Wanye Morris, he would probably be on the short list of guys that you call. Another running back here, and it would be really interesting if he became available. Chicago Bears running back Khalil Herbert. Hensley.
I'll say no. I'd take the Carolina running back over him if it.
Well, they're not. No choice here. If he became available, would you be interested? It doesn't have to be one or the other.
No, I won't be interested because there'll be another Clyde Edwards-Helaire, small back. So I'll say no.
Nick,
I'm gonna say Cap. I wouldn't. I like his game, but I'd say no.
I'm gonna say fact, guys. We need depth back there. Just bring him in, man.
He wouldn't be the one for me.
Great depth, man. Get some good
yeah,
depth.
I'm good. I'm good with him. He's done great things with the Bears, and he'd probably be the starter if they didn't go out and get DeAndre Swift. So not to say that he's going to be like the bell cow here in Kansas City. That's number 10. But as the number 2 back, again, he's got that kind of versatility. So I'd be interested there.
Can we have DeAndre Swift?
No, you asked for too much now. You asked for
every
too much,
opportunity to draft him, Nick, and they chose Clyde.
Right.
So enough said. Jonathan Taylor was available too that day. Okay, so last one, and this one, I had to throw him in there just because I love his name. Bobby Trees, Robert Woods, the wide receiver for Houston. They brought in Diggs. They've got some younger guys. They paid Nico Collins. So Robert Woods might be the odd man out. Could this be the veteran wide receiver that the Chiefs bring in to kind of, I guess, help out while Hollywood's out?
Right.
I would say Cat. If they had to choose Juju over him, and Juju already know the offense, so if Juju's out there, then he's out there. I think the Chiefs would choose Juju over him because Juju already know the offense. So
Nick,
I'll say Cat.
I'm gonna go fact because I don't think Juju's gonna sign with anybody till week 2 of the NFL season. Remember, after week 1, if you sign your contract's only a game by game contract. It's not guaranteed for the entire year. So if there's another injury at the wide receiver position, if Hollywood doesn't come along, if one of these young guys doesn't step up, but I would say fact on this one.
Yeah, I say fact, most definitely. I say fact. That guy Robert Woods is actually consistent. I like Robert Woods. He's very consistent, man. Like I said, he's been in the game too. You can really count on this young man. I trust his hands. I'll tell you that. I trust his hands. So yeah, I'm gonna go with fact on this one. That's good.
Yeah, my age bias will show here again. I'm gonna say Cap just because of I guess the age that he is and
age ain't nothing but a number, Lou.
And I don't know that he would really get much playing time. So anyway, that's it for that list.
LeBron James did it.
All right, let's go to Hollywood. Evidently, there is a budding feud between cool man actor George Clooney and I guess kind of eclectic director Quentin Tarantino. So during an interview, Quentin was in Cannes or somewhere in France, I think at the movie festival there. And he was asked to talk about, who are the movie stars today. And, he mentioned people like Leo and Julia Roberts, Charlize Theron, Denzel. Didn't mention George Clooney. And then when asked about Clooney, he said, well, George, he really hasn't been. It's been a long time since he's drawn an audience to a movie theater. So the statement and George's response in a different interview, he said some snit about me. all right, dude, F off, basically.
Kick rocks.
No, it was kind of tongue in cheek. They worked together before. I think Quentin directed an episode of
Dusk Till
ER
Dawn.
back in the day, and then they did Dusk Till Dawn, as you see this picture
That's a
here.
classic movie. That's classic.
But the
Very
statement
classic.
is, as cool as George Clooney is, could he draw a huge? Does he draw a huge audience, or he will draw a huge audience to the movie theater still?
I would say no, because if you're at the game for so long, then trying to come back and just draw it into you guy with all this streaming services and all these other movies and other actors are coming out. You got to stay in the game strong. So if your face ain't
Hense
present,
is out on
No.
Clooney. Let's go, Nick.
I'm out too. You know, I think his best acting role was the cameo at the end of the Flash movie. So I'm not a fan. So no.
I like George Clooney. I believe he can make a comeback. This depends on what role he's doing. This depends on what movie, what role he's doing. But the man acts his tail off. I'm a big fan of it.
Unless it's Ocean's 11, I'm out. Ocean's 15.
Really? Ocean's 11, huh?
My age bias in the other direction now is I'm all in. I think he's
Come on,
one of
there
the
you
coolest dudes ever. In any walk of life. Just to see him on the screen, I mean, it just automatically lifts the cool factor of any movie.
All right, fair
He
enough.
and Brad Pitt have a movie coming out in the fall. I think it's called Wolf or Wolves. So let's see how that goes.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right, another football one here. Atlanta, brand new locker room, brand new facilities. I think Arthur Blank must have spent like, I don't know, $4 or $5 million, and it's just a beautiful facility. It has like a couch area with big TVs. It has all sorts of distractions for the players. So the statement is this: is having that nice of a locker room is too much, too comfortable for the players. Hence.
oh, sorry, I had to bring it.
Check it out first, and then we'll answer. How about that?
Go ahead, go to somebody else. I come back.
Well,
Go ahead,
Do
Nick.
we have the video?
There we go.
There
you
you
go.
Let's
Yeah, that's
go.
pretty
So
nice.
I would say.
Look at
yes,
that.
That's
it's
beautiful.
a nice locker room. It kind of looks.
90 lockers.
Nice.
It kind of looks
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, what?
Kind of look like the Chiefs locker room. If you've been in the Chiefs locker room lately, it kind of looks like that. So,
Sectional couch with a big screen TV just to get
I
your
would say,
mind
yeah.
right. Good
It
film
looks-
study.
To me, it looks more like a big time college programs facility.
Right.
Yeah. No. I would love to see it. You're going to see a brand new locker room in the Chiefs' new stadium. So just stay tuned.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
So, hence yours was
I'll say fact.
okay.
I agree.
I
You
agree.
think it's too much? You're not. Are
I-
you
Not too much.
So you
not
say
too,
cap.
okay?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I'm all in for it. I think whatever amenities you can give the players, and I think
Man.
Sporting KC I think has a terrific one as well. So I think it's great. Do it. Love
Great
it.
for-
I don't think
Go
it's
ahead,
too much.
Coach.
Do it. Nah, honestly, I love it. Heck yeah, I love it, man. I think it ain't gonna be no distraction to the team at all. It's beautiful.
Coincidentally, I believe Arthur
Got a
Blank.
barber shop in there too. Look at that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Hey, it's over. Hey, they eating. Hey, it's over. They eating. bro.
Coincidentally, Arthur Blank, I think, got an F in facilities prior to building this as well on that
Hey.
NFLPA survey.
And the
I
barbershop.
don't know.
is-
I have a hard time with this one. It seems like, maybe it is a little over the top. Do you really want? I don't know. It's just it seems like it's more of a lounge than it is somewhere where you're getting
Hey.
ready for games and whatever.
Hey.
Get
So-
your mind right.
Props to Blank. He's getting his second new stadium. He put a lot of money in this team. He just got two high-priced one in a trade and another free agent signing in Simmons. And in June, I mean, hey, put your money where your mouth is. He certainly got a lot of it, so why not?
Man,
But
I'll be in there doing all
but-
film study.
yeah,
Yeah,
are they
I
a
don't know if
500
they're
team?
watching film on the big TV.
I'll be watching film study.
They'll be like you and Hense playing Madden on that thing.
That
Come
part,
on
you
now.
right.
Yeah.
We just doing film study on that. That's
Yeah.
what
The
we
only
doing. We
reason to
breaking
have
down-
it.
Shit.
All right, we'll save the rest for another
Thanks.
day, Hence.
Appreciate you, Lou.
Hensley.
I'm about to say, keep going, keep going.
You want to keep going? Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. All right, let's do one more. That was kind of a
okay.
so-so.
We'll go back to Hollywood, and this
One
one
more.
I promise we'll have a football relationship. All right. So it was announced yesterday that not that they're making the movie because it's been in development, if you would, for years, but they're making a movie of John Madden, and it leaked out that of all people, Nicolas Cage is playing John Madden. Now, supposedly it's supposed to be more of 70s Madden, so he's like in his 30s. He was like the first official like young coach, right? Al Davis took a shot on him. I think he was still 30 years old or young 30s. So you're not going to see the guy on the game or, calling games, whatever. Maybe they do leach into that. But the statement is this, because I was thinking, well, who else could they have gotten to do this? And where I landed, and it's probably not best for the purist, for other actors, but I would say who would be a better choice? Artificial intelligence, Chris Farley, SNL fame, Tommy
Farley's
Boy,
a legend.
Tommy
He's a
Boy.
legend, yeah.
To me, I think he would knock it out of the
He would have
park.
knocked it out of the park.
But he's not with us any longer. I think somebody had mentioned also this morning John Candy. But Chris Farley for me.
Chris Farley fit that role. He does. Chris Farley does fit. I love.
So would you
I love
take Chris
Farley.
Farley as an AI version in the movie to replace a human being?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the top comedians of all time. God rest his soul. But other again, yes. But I also think,
Beverly Hills Ninja.
John Candy would have been, I think.
I think my guy Gone in 60 Seconds can do a great job as well.
Beverly Hills Ninja was the classic too.
Total method actor. He's going to go into this role. He's probably going to put on some weight to do it, and should be interesting when it comes out. But okay, gang, there you have it for this week. Fact or cap. Thanks for joining along in the chat. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I know we had a few extra ones in there, but hey, when the spirit moves me, I just start writing shit down.
Oh, hello.
That was Fact and Cap. Brought to you by Lou, sponsored by Emily.
When the spirit moves you, you write it down. You hear me? Hey, Lou, you the best.
Man, hey, great show. Great takes. I liked it. Loved it a lot.
Except for your game of Madden.
Now we got story time with Mr. Nick.
Yeah, I get to follow all that, Lou. Damn, that's tough. Tough crowd.
The best one goes last, man.
So what you got for us today, Nick?
Well, I am, for those that don't know, I lived in the Los Angeles area in the 80s. And, of course, the Lakers were the it team, obviously. And then a guy by the name of Bruce McNall bought the Los Angeles Kings. And he somehow got the greatest hockey player, in my view, of all time, Wayne Gretzky, out of Edmonton and got him to the LA Kings. And I instantly became a hockey fan. And I was very fortunate because back in that day, you could watch every LA Kings game on TV. The response of bringing the great one to the Los Angeles market kind of rivaled what was going on with the Lakers. And in fact, I think at one point, he was one of the top attractions, in all of sports in Los Angeles. He almost got him a Stanley Cup. They got to the Stanley Cup finals against Montreal, and Patrick Waugh just had a series of where he was just brilliant, and he never delivered, a Stanley Cup to Los Angeles, but not for trying. So with that said, I acquired this item a long, long time ago when he was a member of the Kings, and it's one of my favorite pieces. And it is a signed hockey puck, signed Wayne M. Gretzky, and M is for Michael. And he doesn't sign those very often with the M, so it's very fortunate. It's a rare hockey puck. Of course, the card was a couple of bucks. So I met him one time, and here's my story. I was working in Long Beach, California at Great Western Bank. And I had decided at a late lunch, I was going to go into this restaurant bar near the bank. And I walk in there and I sat at the bar and I started ordering my food. And I looked to my right and there is none other but the Great One at a booth with two very lovely ladies side by side. And I thought to myself, well, he's not going to remember it, but I'm going to go up and say, hey, I'm going to say something to him. So I went up to him and said, hey, Mr. Gretzky, sorry to interrupt you. I thought I wanted to say I think you're the greatest hockey player of all time. And he was slurring his words. He'd had a few, probably 6, 7, 8, maybe more drinks. It was an off day for the Kings, so this is not a Derek Thomas thing. So basically, he kind of grinned at me, put his hand up, acknowledged the fact that I had said something and went on to eat my lunch, and he was still there when I left. And so that wasn't the reason I got the puck. I've just always been a Wayne Gretzky fan. I will go down and put him on the Mount Rushmore next to Jordan, probably Mahomes, and Bill Russell. I think those are 4 of the greatest sports men of all time. But I just loved him, and I loved his time with the Kings. It was must-see TV, and he was the greatest, especially as John Harrison points out. He was the assist king, and his hero was Gordie Howe, and he was able to surpass Gordie in virtually every category. So hats off to Mr. Gretzky. So that is one of my prized possessions. It did not leave my first sale of my memorabilia, and it's not gonna go in my second or third. It's a permanent fixture in the man cave.
Was that one in the infamous box that was lost potentially?
No, it was not. I had that one. For those that don't know the story, really quick, I could not find a whole whole tub of stuff, and I found it over the weekend. And I put a few of those displays of pieces, but that was not one of the lost items. Yeah, I probably would have torn apart the storage unit a little bit more aggressively if that one, along with my Miracle on Ice one, which I displayed a few weeks ago. Listen, I love hockey. I have always liked hockey. I think it's a great sport.
It may be one of the best sports to watch live. I mean, it's just
especially
action.
in HD. Yeah.
Being in the arena. I mean,
there's nothing like if you get a chance to go to a hockey game. I mean, I grew up watching the Kansas City the Kansas City Blues, then the Scouts and the Kansas City Red Wings. There are a lot of variations of hockey teams that we had, in Kansas City, mostly minor league till the Scouts moved to New Jersey, as John Harrison pointed out earlier. But hockey is such a great sport. Now, for me personally, I wish they'd get rid of the blue line and just open it all up. I think that would be so much fun. I'd like to see 9-7, 9-8 games, kind of like what they do in indoor soccer.
Not a purist then, Nick.
I'm not a purist. I never liked that rule for whatever reason. I think it stems from watching Team USA post 1980 get a close couple of times, and there was always that blue line penalty, or that just kind of thwarted opportunities in the offside. Just let them run, man. That's just
kind of like the offside in soccer. I mean, that's kind of a fluid situation, and it's
too hard.
It's kind of controversial. I mean, Americans want to see a ton of goals or whatever. I get it, but another piece of trivia. I don't know how trivial this is, but his son-in-law is a great golfer, Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, very very good golfer. Yeah. Yep.
And he was married to Janet Jones, gymnast turned actress.
Yeah, and his daughter.
Yeah, the great ones had a pretty good life.
Yeah, he had a great life, and kudos to them for
He's still doing games. They had him on.
He is. He played golf with Travis Kelce not too long ago as well.
TNT guy.
Yeah.
So that was Story Time, brought to you by Mr. Nick, sponsored by his wife Emily. So with that said, guys,
I thought you were going to say sponsored by Oreos and milk.
Yeah, I wish.
But with that said, man, great story time with Nick. Hey, Nick.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of collectibles like there. So what is your favorite collectible so far that you have so far?
Boy, that's a tough one. I mean, the Miracle on Ice one, with Herm Brooks, Michael Rosioni, and Jim Craig is pretty special. But on my wall there is a poster of the Chiefs, and it's not signed. It was the Sports Illustrated commemorative poster that was given pre-Super Bowl in 1970 when the Chiefs had Super Bowl 4 in New Orleans. That is a picture of Otis Taylor, and Otis was one of my favorite players. So that's one of my kind of nondescript. You wouldn't think about it. Just the emotional attachment of watching my first Super Bowl that I can remember, and the Chiefs winning it that day. I found that poster for like $15 somewhere, had it framed. So I mean, that's one of my favorite non-signature pieces. So I kind of like that it's special to me in a more of an emotional way, as is all my things. I mean, everything has a personal sentiment or a personal attachment, or has a story behind it. I never collected stuff to just just to have it.
Hold on. I was going to say, we don't get many trolls.
Drew, bring it, buddy.
But our boy Drew, that looks like is a
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Is a
you got to subscribe, Drew.
First of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And is a Falcons fan of all things. Wow, Drew, what
Chiefs are overrated.
I think you might have to elaborate a little bit. What break
that down in detail, and while you say that, sir, break that one down.
Great. I love it. Here we are talking how good your team is.
Right.
They
not how good the team is. I think. Well,
they made some good moves in the offseason.
The Falcons look a little desperate. I mean, I don't know.
All right, Drew. Here, Drew. Listen, I'm gonna show him the ultimate respect, Drew.
I show him ultimate respect.
Hold on. We always we don't mind opposing.
Out of here.
How many playoff teams did they beat during the regular season last season?
No,
all right, he's bringing it. You can say the same for the Atlanta Falcons. With respect. So, Drew, here's the thing.
I guess.
All right,
sure.
The Chiefs are playing the Falcons, I believe, in Week 3. Is that not correct? Someone with his schedule in front of them tell me.
They do play. I don't know.
So Week 3. So if the Chiefs beat the Falcons that day, we're going to invite you on the show, and you're going to tell us why the Chiefs beat them. And if it's the opposite, I don't know. We'll have to come up with something good. Give you some thought.
Come on the show and crow. I guess.
Yeah, come on the show and crow. We'll let you on. Tell you what.
Just keep your stats.
We'll give you as long as you keep it clean and respectful. We'll put you on the show, and maybe we'll put you on the show as a pregame. We'll let you do 5 minutes talking about the Atlanta Falcons and the Chiefs matchup, and then we'll see what happens. But hey, I'm all in for opposing views. Listen, I think the Falcons have the best chance to win that division. I will say it now.
It's getting hot in the comment section.
And they've got some good talent.
It's getting hot over here.
And they have one of my favorite quarterbacks in Kirk Cousins. So
put your money where your mouth is, John. Say put your money where
they brought in two in the last week, a couple of all pros, Matthew Red Sleeves, Matthew Judon, in a trade, and then Justin Simmons is a free agent.
Guys too.
Hey, they're serious. They're going in on this season.
$8 million for Simmons.
If they can go with Finks, listen, I like the quarterback. I think he should be the starter.
You got to give them that they're going all in here.
Yeah, no, I applaud what Arthur Blank is doing. He got a better coach in there now. He's got a situation where he has things kind of the direction that he wants. He's made a lot of mistakes, but we haven't done we're not going to do them yet, but our divisional picks. So a little advanced, Drew, showing you some love.
Guys. Atlanta a little desperate. They wanted this year. Chiefs been consistent. They got young guys be consistent.
I'm sorry.
Let's really be a buck right now. All right, Drew, come on, y'all playing. You got desperate. All chips it in for this year. Chiefs been consistent doing this for a long time.
Again, I mean, the overrated comment might be a little.
Okay, the Chiefs are not overrated. 3 out of the last 5 Super Bowls.
Sophomoric.
I'm just saying now.
That's just being a troll. But with all due respect, he didn't really say that the Falcons were any better. Anyway,
just win your division, sir. Just win your division, sir.
Nick has laid out the offer. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, hit us up the week of the Falcons.
Yeah, hit us up. But all due respect,
Shut the fuck up.
talking stuff. Don't read this chat talking.
See, this is the difference between. This is the difference between our generations. I am simply stating we'll give you a voice, and of course, Hense says no effing way. So I'm going to veto Hense here. Yeah. We're going to give you your say as long as you're respectful. That's hilarious.
It's love. It's love. It's love, Drew. It's all love, baby. It's all love, man. But at the same time, win your division first. Win your division first, and then
that far. You know, if you're gonna make a take like that, you better have some receipts. You know, how many playoff teams did they beat last year?
The quarterback. Listen, the quarterback situation is kind of up and down. Why you make the move? Who knows?
Those are the types of things that teams, fans that don't win anything look at.
That's true.
What difference?
That was a clear, detailed shot.
What Kareem said, what they said, thank you, Hense. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, hey, if you're going to come in the Chiefs room in this bar,
you got to come correct.
You better come correct, man. For real. Come with some legitimacy, man. You got to come with it, man.
We'll give you every opportunity, but again, you better bring something a little bit
more.
The
whole team attacked him. The whole team went at him, man. Hey, it ain't us. It ain't just us. I'm just saying. You got to come with it.
That's like the chat is like a big pool of piranha, and we just threw in some blood.
Hey, we was hungry. Hey, listen, they was hungry.
Hey, that was a nice haymaker. I liked it.
I'm just saying.
Hey, we want Ravens fans too. Ravens fans and
Bengals fans. We want Joe Burrow fans too, man.
Yeah, come on, man. We love all you guys, man. At the end of the day, it's all football, and it's all football.
We love everybody. Just be a fan of the sport.
Y'all didn't bury this man. He just got on show and got buried, man. Y'all man came over happy, then got attacked, and then got buried.
All right, guys.
Oh my God, man. He came out there and got attacked, bro. It's like piranhas. Listen, is what it is. Is what it is.
But speaking of attack, it's only one guy that's on attack, and he's out there, knocking houses off left from right, and that's Mr. Eric Hense.
All right, one more time with our sponsors. We appreciate them very much.
Let's get that sold, Eric.
Yeah, get Aaron Rodgers' house. If you're looking for a trusted real estate advisor in the Kansas City area, give my good friend Mr. Eric Hense a call at 816-729-3785. He will take care of you. He will walk you through the entire process whether you're buying or selling a house. And he's not just limited to the Kansas City area. He's got a reach of realtors around the country that can help you find the best solution when you're buying or selling a house. So call him today at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who.
That is correct. And next up is my beautiful wife, Emily Athan. If you are looking for flexible health coverage, if you want to get a custom quote, give her a call today at 913-215-9086. Whether you're an individual, you're self-employed, you're a business owner or part of a family, if you're looking for just options, if you just want to understand the industry right now and where it's going and what's available for you and your family, she is an expert. So give her a call today for your free quote at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Nick loves Emily. Nick loves. Hey, Mango, the juice. We need that. ASAP.
Where's that? Hey, Hense, where's the beat on that?
Okay, man. We don't want that. Man.
What just happened there?
All right, real quick.
Bunch of stuttering.
All right, last thing before we go. Score predictions. Lou, tomorrow afternoon, Lions and Chiefs. What's your score prediction?
Going to be a really weird number. Let's go with Chiefs 23, Lions 19.
All right. Hense?
You know I always do this. 38.
Outrageous.
Chiefs.
38-7. Andre?
10-10. I think it ends 10-10.
Wow.
Mango's got 24-17. I'm gonna go 31-14.
Oh man. Why is that?
Carson Wentz is going to be lighting it up.
I think Carson Wentz is going to have a really good game.
It's going to be lighting it up. Hey, you know.
I got a good score. I say 60-13. as you see on the scoreboard.
That's a true preseason score. That's a preseason score.
Ring the bell.
With that said, man, thank you guys for all joining in.
Appreciate you
guys, sticking around.
Right.
You know, I mean,
yeah, right.
Also, Mango said Rangio for 2 TDs.
Didn't see the Glaze host once today. Beautiful.
No. We're saving that.
Calera said 24-14 Chiefs.
Kareem's got 25-16.
He's on,
and of course, Mango's 24-17. So we'll see what happens.
Hey guys. So we just buried a young man. He came up there with a
no,
a young man got buried, man. Y'all,
I think it was more than fair. We didn't jump on him.
Says somebody over here controlling the production booth over here says different.
Yeah.
It's all good.
He's just testing out all the sound effects.
That's what it was. That precise sound effect was it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
It was just next in rotation. That's all.
Hey, Kareem said he went upside his. He said he went upside his forehead.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by Chiefs Blitz.
Upside your head.
We have talked about a plethora of topics today. Enjoy the game on Saturday. We'll be back Monday at noon, and we'll break it all down. And we
show
appreciate
some love to our guy George Clooney. Come on now.
Hey, put some respect on George Clooney, guys.